Welcome to the last days of 2020 with mtk-on-the-mic. I am MTK on the MIC. Time is 8:21 in California. Love you, California. 11:21 in New York. 4:21 along the universal time code. It is the 29th. Yesterday I had the date wrong, and I'm like a home run hitter. Swing big, so it's either a strikeout or a home run. And I'm yelling, "It's the 27th, like 14 times yesterday." No, it was the 28th yesterday, but being in Melbourne all night, so I had for me, the 28th was like 36 hours long, I do this a lot, by the way. It's very common for me to travel through time, as I've expressed many times. So that makes today the 29th, which means just 3 days left in this year. 2020 is almost out the door. Today, the 29th of December, 2020. And to that we say, ring out the old, ring in the new, ring happy bells across the snow. The year is going, let it go. Ring out the false, ring in the true. Ring out the grief that saps the mind for those that here we see no more. Ring out the feud of rich and poor. Ring in redress to all mankind. Tennessee, as per Dad. From In Memoriam. This project is nearly done, to my great relief. It's not that it isn't easy to turn all this crap on every day at 10:20 and have the music ready to go and stock the area with stuff for visual stimulation. Nor is it really that difficult for me to get into persona, as I am a professional. But content-wise, on the last 3 days of this year, as I'm trying to wrap up, also doing live broadcast on YouTube, which I'm not going to do ever again. The constraints are way too much for MTK. That's not happening. So, I may not perform again. I have to be invited by someone to perform under conditions, and I'll do that. But I'm not going to do a podcast. I would join someone else doing something like that if you need my voice and your dharma is good, and I can help you by using my voice, by lending to you my voice, which is quite potent. You can contact me, through this. There's got to be a business email attached to this, You can contact me, MT or Karthik or MTK or Karthik Tyagarajan, or, any handle you want to throw at me that makes sense. I'm generally open to consider proposals. But I'm kind of like Bill Murray, I don't really say yes to a lot. I have standards, as it were. Way too much CV-ism on the show in the first 5 minutes, if you ask me, MTK. So we're moving on. 5 minutes into the show. This is the last days of 2020. Yesterday's episode was a little bit, how do you want to call it? Raw data. It was raw data. T-shirt, scrawl on it. I've done that for many years. You know, that's how you communicate ideas. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care how much digital crap you got. Although what y'all have done is something that the Soviet resistors used to do, right? Which is y'all have learned how to do black on black and to hide your messaging. The young resistors of the day. And so many people my age, well, maybe like 10 years younger than my age, up to my age and over, they don't see any of it. It's pretty incredible. That's cool. I like that. But, you know, we're supposed to be in the freest country in the world. So hiding messages strikes me as gutless. And the courage that I think I'm trying to show throughout what I'm doing is not how to be produced in a way so it's to just go to walk into the room and they say, hey, listen, man, there's a lot of important microphones in this room, so be careful what you say. And then to have already ready to go so that I can just go, all right, well then what I'm going to say is that Yemen is fucked and the United States is a terrorist state because of what we're doing in Yemen and Saudi Arabia for that matter, and just start, because the authentic element of free-flowing, dialectic from an informed mind to other informed minds is best served by direct, and I have to admit I use loud, focused. Go right there. So masking things and hiding things so you can say them, I get that. It creates tribes and clubs, and I'm not a member of any tribe or club. I think everybody knows that. I don't join shit. That's what I used to say. I don't join shit. And it's because I like my distance. I like my separation. It allows me, affords me. It's imperative to my intellectual comprehension of the world that we live in. And if you are a young artist or a young writer, no matter how much people tell you that's not what you should do, I think that's what you should do. I think you should spend more time observing than writing. I think you should spend more time thinking about things, processing them. You should be pushing for those thoughts that people aren't having. You should be pursuing routes that haven't been noodled yet. You know what I mean? Don't get pushed away by warning signs or yellow tape in the mind. I mean, I don't mean physically in the world. Today I was going to read something. I have a bunch of stuff here that we could cover. Part of me is having difficulty going longer than 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, because I'm like, first of all, there's only one viewer, and doing it live like that for one viewer it's good for me rehearsal-wise, practice-wise, but it's not really sensible because people are looking at it later. So knocking out 10-minute ones in the new year and posting it, I could do with a lot of this stuff. I've been going through Dad's stuff and thinking about Dad's poetry. Dad's written poems his whole life. I've found many of them, even when I was a kid. And I really didn't like a lot of them. There were some I liked, but they all had a kind of, I don't know. But I thought, hey, why don't we read one of Dad's today? This one's interesting. Molting, M-O-U-L-T-I-N-G, molting. Molting from this life I shed to leave. The sagging skin of love and hate, laughter and tears, fear and grief, in the parlors of others, yet in their chrysalis. Wings without halo may yet navigate the pathways to heaven in the darkness of night on the winks of the stars. Dr. Budalur Thiagarajan. Professor Thiagarajan was known as Dr. T.